seen my before pictures?
No, but I mean, I see you all the time.
You didn't see me the before pictures I took and put on Facebook? Let me find them for you.
No, I didn't see that.
I saw Wings, but I'm curious.
I have seen Wings in various stages of undress, and I still want to see the porno.
Oh yeah, I want to see the porno. I want to see the thick six.
This has come from people who tell me to close the bathroom door. Come on now.
I'm especially interested in the gigantic testicles.
Oh yeah, you got to close that fucking door. That's going to become like a serious problem. That doesn't need to happen anymore.
Wings has mentioned several times he has giant balls, and I'm curious about that.
I'm
Funnily
not.
enough, I'm not.
Nah. If I see them balls,
Kitty's a prude.
Wings is disgusting sometimes with some of the stuff he'll say. So that's what it is.
Oh, really? You're just figuring this out now?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Just so everyone knows.
I have a pretty open mind when it comes to things.
Wings
should be proud that he can make me retch.
Wings told me in private that he had, quote, blown out his asshole doing squats and was now shitting blood. And I thought it was a secret, but he had told all three of us in private at different times. And we all knew it. We all knew the whole story.
And like when I asked him to stop, he continued in more detail.
Oh wait, here's Wings' before picture. Let's see.
I took those.
Like day 2 or 3 of the boot camp.
Nice. You know
I
what?
took those.
The podcast is in luck. All right. So this is Wings' before picture. And this, with Wings' giant balls, is his after picture. And you guys don't see this, but I'll link it for you so you guys can. This is my impression of the Wings of Redemption after picture.
Oh dear. What is this?
Oh dear.
I like how they're blue too.
That's great.
Oh God.
It's enormous.
It looks like Wings needs to relieve himself.
And the other thing I told, I guess we'll get into this, delve into this just a little bit more. I told him, I was like, and the great thing is, like, we've seen all this support from your fans. We know now that if you lose the weight, they'll totally pay for the surgery to have any excess skin removed. He was like, but it's $25,000, and I'm like, dude, if it was for that, dude, we'd make 25 happen. Like that would be easy. When you show that kind of commitment, you drop 200 pounds. Nobody's gonna scoff at.
I'm going to drop 200 pounds. We just got to work on the food thing.
You're not going to on your present trajectory. Would you agree?
No, I think I can do it on my present trajectory. As long I'm not hungry.
I see your present trajectory, and it's lower than it was 2 weeks ago, and it's only going to get lower from when you leave here. Is the way I see it. Under your current mindset.
I look at it this way: the body doesn't run off magic. You only can weight plateau so long.
It runs off bananas and salad and chicken.
But you realize, because this is the point I was going to make earlier, because there weren't a whole lot of fat people in concentration camps because they didn't eat. They weren't given food. Trust me, I was there. Seen them. Shit's fucked up.
I love it. Gold.
That's your one. It was
a good one. It was good. I like it.
But those guys also weren't doing a whole lot of other things either. They were like, that was a life you probably really, really don't want to live. The not eating to the point where you're losing weight because you're not eating part.
I'm going to find something to eat, but at the point, what I'm saying right now is like, today I've ate I think 2 bowls of soup and like some bread. And with that, I haven't felt tired the entire day. And we went and walked around the pastures, we messed with some cows, we drove around, and then we did a full workout when we got back home, and I haven't felt tired all day. I got tired.
I'm sorry, was the soup store-bought?
Yes.
Yes. It's those Campbell Selects. They're really good.
My bet is that they are so salty, they're responsible for the weight plateau.
No, that's a recent thing.
We just recently started putting the soup into the diet.
That's what we've had. Like I don't agree with the soups. He's been eating soups and bread. Like he's off the diet, frankly.
How's that? The soups are like 300 calories.
There wasn't any.
I've also told you multiple times to stop calorie counting. It's not the calories, it's where the calories come from and how your body processes it.
Yeah.
Like I keep telling you, it's not what you eat, it's the source that it comes from.
I never pretend to know that stuff personally. I don't get it. You know, there's a school of thought that says it's calories. There's a school of thought that says where the calories come from. There's a school of thought that says it's what time of day you eat the calories.
But you must understand that a calorie of fully, if you're having 300 calories of something that's fully processed and not natural, that it's going to be tougher on your body to break it down in a way that it doesn't get put into fat. Whereas if you're eating 300 calories of something that's been made from scratch, from like organic fruit and veg, and you know what's in it, it's more natural, it's easier.
So here's the thing. Metabolism is controlled by such a various blend of influences that it's hard to really get a good grasp on all of the factors and which ones are major factors. But I think it's all of those things. It's how many meals, it's how many calories you're taking in, it's where they're coming from, and it's at what time of the day you're taking them. I think it's all of those things.
I'm off the diet because I've ate like, I don't know, if you added every bowl of soup I ate this week up, it would not equal what I needed to sustain my weight. It'd be something like 1,800 calories.
I know that's the problem.
And how am I off the diet? If I could eat literally 400 calories of shit like that came out of my ass, and I couldn't gain weight at this point. I could only lose.
I'm not going to repeat the problem again.
No.
The problem you're saying is slow my metabolism. I'm going into starvation mode, and I know that's the problem. But the fact is, if I work through it, and I
there is no
have
working
to keep
through it. You don't
there is
work
working through it because you don't run off magic. You break it slows weight loss down, yes, but you will still lose weight because body does not run off magic. It has to get fuel from
You're
somewhere.
basically saying that you're willing to go at 20% normal speed on your weight loss because you can't eat 2 or 3 extra meals a day. And keeping in mind that your standard number of meals a day is 1 or 2.
And you're going to feel lethargic.
My standard number of meals a day is 1. That's what I've eaten in the last 27 years. 1 meal a day.
That's bullshit.
That isn't bullshit.
That's
I knew exactly what it is.
All right, so do you want to start doing math right now about how many calories a pound of fat equals and how much you weigh?
It's 3,500 calories.
Do we talk about your base metabolic rate and how the math just isn't going to add up?
I'm not saying that there wasn't like
like incredibly large amounts of multiple meals consisting of
multiple meals though. Like
how many double quarter pounders a day?
No, here's the way it works.
What's the highest number of double quarter pounders you've had in a day?
2?
Have you had more than 3 before?
No.
Really? You told me you do fasting 2 meals a day, and that's what you get.
I usually get Zaxby's, but here's the way I put weight on. Here's the way to do it. Like, we'll get like 3 pizzas, and I'll eat like 2.5 of them in one sitting. That's where I put my weight on. I put it all in bulk, and it goes that way. That's why I'm at 440 pounds instead of 640 pounds. I don't eat throughout the day. I eat a lot per sitting. I just continually.
You eat 55,000 calories a week minimum.
2.5 pizzas isn't a typical sitting.
No, that's
it's
less.
Binging.
15,
that is, I binge eat. That's exactly right. I binge eat. I'll eat 1 meal a day, 3 days a week, and then that 4th day, I'll be like, all right, give me the Zaxby's, give me the milkshake. I'll eat that, and I'll come home and like, boom. Oh, they have food there too. Let's eat again.
Well, that's not one big meal a day. That's multiple giant meals a day.
Yeah.
That's what you just described. That's the other thing. We can't get the truth out of you. You'll lie every single time.
About what?
Oh.
I didn't lie. I don't consider that stop because I didn't stop eating. By the time I got home, the Zaxby's was done, and I went right to the table and fixed a plate.
You're like, I eat 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day.
You sound like you're having the equivalent of about 8 meals a day. You were just doing it in one sitting.
Yeah,
right.
Totally.
And that's what we're asking you to do, is break it up into several sittings.
You're eating the way I eat like twice a year, like for one celebratory meal.
I'm not even doing YouTube right now. I couldn't even imagine doing weight loss plus make YouTube videos.
It's got nothing to do with it.
That's the other thing. Your time. I want to express this to everyone too, so you know, like his time isn't demanded upon. Okay, like our workouts usually start in the afternoon, and our workouts last at the longest for maybe 2 hours.
You working 2 hours a day, Wings?
That's about it.
Must be nice.
And I mean, you know, that's it. That's it. He works 2 hours a day. And the rest of the time he sleeps. He goes on some walks by himself. He does do that. He gets on the elliptical by himself, pretty much every day as well. But outside those 2 or 3 hours, he plays video games.
I don't even play video games. I watch Cinema Snob.
He watches the Cinema Snob.
But you can't take...
Why aren't you doing YouTube, Wing?
I don't enjoy it.
You seemed really jazzed at the prospect of how this could revitalize your YouTube.
Well, the fact, like you ever wanted something, Lefty, and you thought you wanted it, but you really didn't.
Ever want something, Lefty, then you have to work for it, and you decide, fuck it.
Yeah, the other thing is like what we're giving him here is insane. Like, there are 100,000 views of video minimum so far. Something like they're all going to grow to it if they're not. There might be one at right below it, but they're doing hundreds of thousands of views, and we've only put up like 5 videos. And you could totally you see my camera work. It's not like we're operating on a high budget. Everything we're doing could be done with your camera, and with minimal effort. You could continue these videos. You see what we're doing. It's so simple. It's childlike. We sit there and we talk amongst ourselves. What do you think we should do? What about this? Well, no, that's going to hurt this. Okay, well, what about this? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's do it. Then we do that to your hands hurt, and then we rest a while, and then we're doing we pick the workouts. They're so simple. You have all the tools to do this stuff.
And we're back to picking on Wings.
It's not picking on Wings.
I'm
It's
tired of
trying to
hearing
slap
it.
some
I
fucking
seriously am.
sense
You're not
into
going to
you.
slap sense into me. It's not going to happen. So let's kill it. You're just making the show turn bad.
Wings, when was the last time you had a Call of Duty video top 65,000 views?
I don't know. I mean that's a pity. Those are pity views, dude. They didn't. That video wasn't going to do that until I complained about that. It scared me that when my channel went back to gaming that it wouldn't succeed and be back where it was. And then all of a sudden, boom! There's 10,000 likes on it. Is that like 600 likes after 3 hours?
We've already discussed the YouTube comments and how vicious YouTube can be. Do you really think there's such thing as pity views on YouTube? Just I love YouTube. I really enjoy it. I love that interaction with fans. But YouTubers aren't people who pity anyone. This just goes back to you not valuing yourself enough.
Right, you think people are only watching your videos not because
I bet if
they
we had
like
gotten
you and
Boogie
hear what
over
you have to
here,
say.
I bet Boogie would be fucking shining right now. This wouldn't be a sad conversation for Boogie. I wish you could make that happen.
Well, I'd be happy and thrilled. Have you ever met me, Kyle? I've never been a thrilled, happy person. Think back to the time we first met. Think back. Think hard. Have you ever seen me as a person that's happy and jumping out of my seat?
When you sold your truck? When you were
I was happy
forward to
because of
boot
that.
camp?
Actually, the first couple of days he was here, he was laughing, he was joking, he was smiling, he was happy. He looked like, he won't admit it, but he looked like he was proud of himself.
Yeah, there was a video early on from the boot camp when Kyle was doing a voiceover, and it just showed you walking. I think it was the one where Jeremy pulled you in the pool, I think, and you were walking around. You had a hat on backwards, and you were just having fun. It was just you walking in a field, and you were having fun. And Kyle was doing his voiceover thing for his part of the episode.
Happiness is small samples, but I'm not a happy person generally. I'm not going to be a happy person.
Because you make yourself be miserable because you refuse to be positive.
That's not like I refuse to be positive. I just don't see the point in it.
I have fun all fucking day. I won't do anything if it's not. I mean, I make whatever I have to do fun in some way. If I have to change where I do it or how I do it, I'm notorious for working out of bed because I love it. Because I'm so comfortable here. I'm in bed right fucking now. I love it. That's where I do so much of my work, and I always have. And I've done good work from bed. I always do. And
I can vouch for that.
Oh, God.
but I'm just saying, if I were in your shoes, I'd be fighting so hard. This is such a cool goal to have. You have such a monumental task in front of you. It's the kind of thing that I long for. One of the things that I'm upset with is being born in the time that I was born in. I feel like I would have loved to have been some kind of frontiersman or something, somebody who was doing important things every day. And I feel like here you are with something important to do, and you've got it. I kind of wish I was you in a way that I had something as big as you have to tackle, and it's interesting this struggle you have.
$9,000 in a month.
That's why people are looking.
A couple
That's why
people
people are
making
watching.
videos for you, You're working 2 hours a day. Hundreds of thousands of people cheering you on. Hundreds of people giving you money.
And I'm depressed. It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
But honestly, you're depressed because you want to be, I think. You're not letting yourself.
You could not fit the number of people who are cheering you on in a fucking NFL stadium. Literally.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's not.
NFL stadium holds 50,000 people, Kyle.
There's more than
You got
50,000.
twice that.
You got twice that. Normal people are watching this, not YouTube people. Like, friends of mine are tuning in. They're getting their families involved. People are watching because it's interesting.
And they want to see right here. They want to see what I'm legitimately thinking. And it's not. And I don't want it. I'm trying my hardest not to go back on it. And it doesn't bother me. There's times where things. You see Cokes, you see Pepsi, you see everything. I don't go after them. I don't try to cheat. You see me try to cheat?
No, I have not. I have not seen you outright eat something crazy, for sure. Definitely not. No. Have I seen that?
I mean, the problem I have is under eating.
I agree, and that's why I'm so fucking mad at you.
And I even told you on the first week, this is bad, dude, because I feel guilty every time I eat, and I do.
Yeah, you told me that, and I said, snap the fuck out of it and eat.
I do. I feel guilty every time I eat. And
I don't give a shit. I don't care if you feel guilty or sore or achy or if your butthole hurts, man. Showtime. Game face. Be a man. Cowboy up. How many cliches do you want? Do what is expected of you. Live up to what people think you are because it's what's right to do. I don't care if you go back home and gain 50 pounds, but fucking work for these because it's a show. If you don't care about yourself enough to do it, and you don't care about, me and Kitty enough to do it, at least care about, some kind of professionalism or something. I don't care if you like YouTube or not. It's what you do for a living. Be a professional.
This just makes me I'm ready to go home now. If I had my way, I'd pack my shit up right now and be back on the way to Myrtle Beach.
Grown-ass man.
Step 1, quit.
You remind me of a 5-year-old who doesn't get the toy he wants when he's in the line at Walmart waiting to check out. There's always that really irritating kid who wants that toy that's
I'm not that person at all, though. I'm a very silent person.
But you're still throwing a tantrum because you're not getting your way.
Not throwing a tantrum?
We've got all these people here trying to help you, Wings. We're smashing our heads.
We're working on hour 2 of you telling me the same thing.
Well, when are you going to get into your dumbass fucking skull that we are trying to help you? There are tens of thousands of people out there that are rooting for you, and all you can do is sit there and say, can't be bothered.
Let me just go and give you what you want. Oh my God, guys, you're so right. I'm going to turn my life around tomorrow.
Why don't you put these thoughts you're having in a video, Wings?
I don't know, dude. I honestly don't know.
I'd like to see that video.
Put your thoughts. Don't turn it into I'm going to rationalize quitting or going home, or whatever you want to call it.
I thought about it the other day, Lefty. Why is it so hard for me to set my camera up and talk for 6 minutes?
Just do it.
I don't even want to do that, and it's that's hard for me right now.
Me and Wings had a great conversation the other night on the night that he wanted to go home. And I said to him several times, if only you could vocalize this on camera. Because I wish I could have shown his fans what he said. Because whether he admits it or not, his eyes showed pain. And I know you said you were sore, but I think it was beyond that. You had hit this mental block. And whether for a few minutes, you were aware that you had hit a mental block. And right now you're coming across as you're not aware of anything, you just can't be bothered. And I know that's not true. I think you can, but I think you're scared. And if you could have that conversation like we had the other night, but have it with a camera and read those comments on YouTube, I think that would give you a bit of an uplift. And I think that would help you with some guidance and stuff. But you just don't give yourself the chance.
I think these are great opportunities to organize your thoughts, order your thoughts and your feelings. and to articulate them. And it would help you from a perspective of giving you some kind of idea of what you're really thinking and what you really want, and then maybe you can be introspective about it. And it also can help your business, because people also want to hear what you have to say about these things, and they want to see, and they want to be involved in what you're thinking and why you're thinking it is. It doesn't, I mean, if you want to kill 3 birds with one stone, make it a gameplay commentary. Say, hey, this is going to be gaming stuff, just this outside of the real life produced boot camp videos. There's that, and then there's just going to be me talking about my feelings and what I want to accomplish in this. And I have this little voice in my head that says this: just hit record in Sony Vegas and just talk. That's it. You don't even have to try to fit it to a video. Just talk. And just go through your head, go through what's getting at you, what's bothering you, what works, what doesn't work, what you think, why you think it, and be like, hey, I don't know what to make of these feelings. Here you go. Here you guys go. Interact with me on that level. Again, don't try not to let it turn into I'm going to rationalize going home or quitting or whatever you want to call it, but just here it is. Here you go. I think people would love to see that, and it would help you emotionally. It would help you psychologically. It would help you possibly physically with your workouts, and it would help your business. It would help what you do. And then maybe when people see it and they love it and they interact with you on that level, that might even revitalize how badly you want to do. You want to stay in this business and do what you do. Maybe you're like, oh man, this is what I've been looking for. This kind of interaction, this kind of response. Maybe. And maybe, you know what? Maybe it won't, because maybe you'll just see Bob the Builder, whatever the fuck builder's going to be. Maybe that's all you'll see. But you can't know until you actually do it. And I'm willing to bet what few pennies I have that a lot of people will be willing to interact with you on that level and make that kind of content a very viable option for you. I'd bet.
I want to hear what Woody's thinking, because he has this look of disgust on his face.
I'm partly looking for the next topic and doing a little research, but what am I thinking? I'm thinking that you get the kind of support that I wish I got, right? I will make, a COD video or something, give people what I think they're looking for, and I just get hated on and shitted on every video for months now. Right? There's no one supporting me. There's no one on my side. It feels like sometimes. There is. I know that real percentages. But you spent years insulting your subs. You spent years telling them they're scrubby dubbies. If they don't have a 3 KO, they suck. You spent years, blowing up on Twitter. And yet you have this level of support. They've all forgiven you. They've all turned around. And I'm like, fuck this guy, man. How does he get all this and I get shit on every day? Heaven forbid Painkiller already have a fucking beep in it. They will hang me from the highest fucking raptor for nothing, right? Heaven forbid I ever stub my toe. They'll kick my ass for kicking a table leg. You, on the other hand, somehow live this fucking charmed life where you can do anything, it seems, and they will turn around and line up behind you and push you forward. They send you thousands of dollars. They give you tens of thousands of likes. You get hundreds of thousands of views. You lucky son of a bitch. And then you sit there in your chair quitting repeatedly. You've got Kyle and Kitty dragging you forward, giving you the motivation that you don't have yourself, and you still won't do it. You won't do anything. You just sit there and quit. They tell you what to eat. They cook your food and serve it to you like a pet. And if they don't, you don't eat. You lucky son of a bitch. You are living at Kyle's house right now as they feed you and exercise you. And the world is lined up on your side. And, is there anything you can do? You lucky son of a bitch. That's what I'm thinking. You want to know what I'm thinking? How is the whole world carrying you? The whole world fucking kicks me, it seems. The whole world fucking they're gonna put up this video and they're gonna say, Woody, you were addicted to wings, right? If the positions were reversed, it wouldn't go like that at all, right? All I've asked you is to come up with something that works for you, right? Like, hey, all right, if the 7 meals a day thing that you keep grabbing onto isn't working, what does? And you're like, going home would work. Not doing anything would work. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. I won't do this. I won't do that. How'd you get in this spot, Wings? How'd you get in a spot where the entire planet grabs you by your 2 arms and tries to pull you forward into getting what you actually want, and you get to sit there and be drugged? I have this mental image of taking a cat for a walk. You got the leash on him and you drag him through the sand. That's you. That's you. How did you get that? How did you get people towing you through life? Because I feel like in my life, I push forward. I push him out of the way. I have a crowd trying to slow me down, and I'm not being stopped. You know, I've got a family. Chose a family. Love my family. But I'm the locomotive, and they're the passenger cars, you know, in this life thing, sometimes it seems. And you are a passenger car who just got locomotives for free somehow, and I don't know how it happened. You want to know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you should be worth it. Be worth it right now. Start deserving the support that you're getting.
I don't think he even sees it like that. I think he's just still thinking, can't do 5 meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
No. I know how I get the support I'm getting.
What's the secret? I'd love some.
I have a semblance of a real person.
You have a semblance of a real person?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like
a lot of people look at you because they look at you as a myriad of strength. And when they see a myriad of strength, they want to try to tear it down. They want to test the boundaries of the strength. And every time you don't let it affect you whatsoever. There's never a little semblance of an actual person that comes through. You're not very good emotionally. Whereas I'm emotionally is pretty much all I can do. Like I live with my heart on my sleeve. And, you know, it's a humbleness that kind of attracts people to me, I guess. And that's the only answer I have.
I just want to interject really quick, Wings. Did you not, like, understand the context of what Woody just went on about?
He's trying to say that,
that's,
you know,
Woody, that's emotion, man. That's him showing he cares so much for you and about you. Look at Kyle's. You're in his house. He's trying to revitalize you, your body, and your channel. But
boo?
I don't know.
That's how I feel about what Wings said. It's just like boo Wings.
Yeah.
Boo Wings.
Everybody. That was Woody saying, essentially, no homo, that he loves you, that he cares that much about you.
It sounded to me like he feels like I get a free ride everywhere I go, which I guess I'm getting a free ride now, and I hate it. I don't like getting free rides.
You're not getting a free ride.
I am getting a free ride. I'm in somebody else's house. I'm not paying any bills there.
No, you have friends that are helping you. That's different from a free ride, and that's different from mooching. You have friends that care about you and want to help you in every facet of your life. You can't bring yourself to be like, you know what, I'm going to avail myself of these things. You think that you're mooching, and you use it as another rationalization for why you don't want to do this.
No, that's a new thing. Don't give him excuses. He's never said that before. He's never thought that.
But
I have thought that.
Wings is excuse mountain.
There is an
right, the excuse slide.
I mean, and like I think about like the last year, you know, how many good video ideas have been pitched to you on PKA that you just don't execute on?
Oh, totally. We were sitting in the office the other night looking at some White Boy videos that when White Boy was staying with me, I helped him make several videos, and they all did millions of views. And I was like, yeah, like this is a video before White Boy came and hung out with us. This is after, and we were looking at the lighting and everything and how cool White Boy videos are now. And it was like, you know, you should be gaining some of this ground, Wings. Like, you know, when people come and hang out with us, we try to help them make better videos and talk to them about social media and teach them stuff. And
I was done with YouTube in February.
Exactly. I know you say stuff like that, so it's kind of hard to help you. Because that's what I brought up to you the other night. I was like we were watching a White Boy video, and I was like, yeah, that's my idea. That's my idea.
When Machinima closed the doors on that contract, I was pretty much done with YouTube.
This is before that. We've been giving you like great video ideas for like 3 years now. You never do them. You half-ass them.
We're a good video powerhouse here.
I like to think I have good ideas most of the time, and you don't like. And usually when they get followed through with, they go pretty well. And,
I remember your first Truck Tuesday. I remember it, right? It was 2 days late, like the joke went. You hopped in your truck and you held a cell phone toward the speedometer, measured it, uploaded that video, and you got tons of likes and support for it.
That wasn't a Truck Tuesday video. I was comparing the 5.3 versus the EcoBoost.
It was a Truck Tuesday video.
Right. It was. I think it even said Truck Tuesday in the title.
Or like Truck Thursday or something. Because
it's an exact video, and I know it doesn't say that.
This is what I mean about you pulling things apart that have no relevance.
He's
trying to give you a compliment and tell you about the the support you're getting.
You have a level of support that you don't appreciate.
Yeah, you're focusing on some specific bit of minutia when what you should be focusing on is the overall message that he's trying to convey, and you never do that. And I don't know if you just don't get it or if you're just being an asshole.
I don't like when people tell me that something in it is no, it didn't. Right, here's the video. It's what I said it was 5.3 versus EcoBoost.
But you've now destroyed the message that Woody was trying to give you because you were more worried about him getting the title of the video.
And Woody is like 95% right here. I think the difference is like it is minute what we're talking about.
We pitched the idea of Truck Tuesday. We told you to compare cars. We told you that it should be 2 days late and it should be on a Thursday. And is this the first one where you held the cell phone up?
That's the one you're referring to.
Linking here.
Okay, then, but where are the other Truck Tuesday videos? Where are they?
There's 3 of them. The other ones did less than 15,000 views.
And I'm looking at it, and you got 5,000 likes and 155 dislikes. Yeah, I get 155 dislikes before the video goes up. I'll get that during rendering.
While the video's processing, while people are waiting for HD to show up.
Yeah.
And they dislike for no HD. Because how long does it take to understand? Oh yeah, HD takes a while if you upload.
I mean, right, Wings, you keep saying you don't like YouTube and you're done with YouTube. What are you going to do tomorrow if you're done with YouTube?
You're going to love real work.
I've done real work.
Would you get a job now?
Would I get a job now? No.
But you're done with YouTube, right? So therefore you need to get a job.
I don't need to get a job right away. I have enough money to carry me for about 6 months.
And you think you can drop enough weight in 6 months to work comfortably?
Doing what I need to do. If I have to, I'd tear tickets.
What does that mean?
You sit in a chair and you tear a ticket.
And you'd be happier doing that than you would working 2 hours a day.
I don't even work 2 hours a day. That's the workout we're doing right now. I mean, like.
I know, that's the worst part.
That's my point. Would you be happier sitting 10 to 12 hours a day in a fucking booth?
Wings gets his YouTube videos handed to him on a thumb drive. Like he works out. That's what he does.
Let me tell you this.
14 hours.
I don't even like when you do that. I'd rather do the videos myself.
You're a shitty fucking editor, and you don't know anything about live video making. I've seen your videos. They are horrendous. And you do things like leave parts in where you clean spaghetti sauce off your mouth.
Well, then don't sit there and accuse me of not wanting to. You make it seem like I don't want to do work at all.
No.
No, I'm just pointing out that you were only asking 2 hours a day.
Did you see my 61,000 video?
Yeah, I did.
That's great editing.
It was poor.
How was it
If
poor?
I'm giving an honest review, it was poor.
I've seen Wings do good editing, though. The knife fight comes to mind.
Yeah, the knife fight was good. Yeah.
I mean, but my 61,000 video is better than the knife fight editing wise. It has music, and music syncs together. I spent probably 4 hours editing that video.
It might be. I didn't see that one, so I'm not.
It's the gangster one where he shoots screens.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to, Wings, is what you're saying is you're done with YouTube and you'd rather work in a ticket booth for 10 to 12 hours a day than maybe do a couple of hours work in your house that you can do in your pajamas after laying in the morning. Is that what you're saying?
This is why young people shouldn't be successful. They're fucking stupid. I've seen so many people between 16 and 24 years old hit some early success, hit, in some cases big money, in some cases just, an easy life. When you start tearing tickets, if you do that next, you'll look back on this and be like, oh my God, what I would kill for my day to be pulling Kitty in a rickshaw and getting 2 football stadiums worth of people cheering me on. You're living the dream.
I'm not living the dream.
He's living the ungrateful mental block right
I worked
now.
in a factory as a melter for so fucking long. Hated
And-
that job, and I hate this job just about as equally as much at this point.
Couldn't do that job in your pajamas, just saying.
I could. There was a big old silver coat and a fucking face shield that went along with the other job.
There are days when I find this gig to be tough too, right? You know, I feel it. And then I remind myself, I'm sitting in my boxers at 6 p.m. You're going to miss these days, when they come to their end. You will too.
Miss cabin fever, miss being by myself, miss being to the point of wanting to put a gun in my mouth.
2 hours a day.
It's not about how long you work. It's about what you're doing when you work.
Because you could do 3 of them in a day, 4 of them in a day, 5 of them in a day. You could do 9 of them in a day. Because working 18 hours a day, not impressive.
You act like I've
to
never
me.
done. You act like I've never pulled a full workday on YouTube. I gave up on YouTube a long time ago.
And it's a shame because
I've been
YouTube hasn't
skating on
given
it.
up on you.
I mean, I've got like over 4,000 videos on YouTube. They might not be all your standard, but I worked my ass off back in the day on slow ass internet and shitty ass computers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I worked the entire day to get 5 videos up on a 0.1 connection.
Yep.
As soon as I finished one video, I had to start on the next one just to be so by the time that one went up, the next one could be ready to be uploaded.
That was then,
And like the fact is, I lost my passion for it.
but there's people all over
I understand
the world
there's people
doing
that won't
jobs.
do my job and are ready for it. I understand there's a motherfucking North Korea busting fucking rocks because he spit on a picture of Kim Jong-il. But that's not me. That's not it. You can't compare me to that stuff. What you can compare me to is a person that has done a job for so fucking long, 6 years now. He has mediocre success at it, and he's tired of doing it. You've had a great job before you did YouTube too, but guess what? You got tired of doing that motherfucker.
The thing
I bet
is,
you when you took that job, you were excited. You were ready to do it. You were hungry. Am I wrong?
here's where you're full of shit, and I'll ask you not to interrupt me so I can actually reply to you. The job you have is highly desirable. I know you don't want it anymore, but it is amazing, and you'll appreciate it when it's gone. That's what I was saying when I was like, these young guys who have all this social media success and they make their money without working hard. You know, I watched a video, this guy threw a banana in a trash can, got 1 million views for it, you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I hope that he knows what he has. You know, I hope that he knows how wonderful this is. And I know that you don't know that. You say you want to sit in a ticket booth and tear tickets. When you
I miss human interaction.
When you get that, but what I was saying with the hours is that you can have all that. You know, if you just put in your 2 hours, made your video, you could live a life that everyone around you would envy. You can get a gameplay in an hour. I know you can. And then you can make a video in the next hour. I know you can. And then you've got a job. And you've got a job that literally goes 2 hours a day. If you do it right, it takes all day. You can do vlogs. People totally want to see you do vlogs. You do them really well. You connect with people. They love you. They're even easier than gameplay videos. Yet you don't want to do it. You don't want to do anything.
I don't.
When you get this ticket thing, you'll quit immediately.
I'll probably never even get the ticket job.
Wings, I think you need to take some of that money that you were going to spend on a personal trainer and go see a psychologist.
I've seen psychologists when I was a kid. I've
Then
been
go
like
see a
this my whole life.
psychiatrist.
I've been like this my whole life.
Okay.
I think Lefty's right.
I think you really need to go commit to.
Why? So I can sit there and argue with him?
No, so he can put you on some medicine.
I ain't gonna take
why would you
medicine. I won't
argue?
take it.
Why would you go argue with somebody that's trying to help you in
Because
your mental health and work through your depression?
If
Why
I
would
went
you
to see a
argue with that
psychiatrist, it
person?
would be just like this, and I don't like doing this. I'd much.
He'll be 10 times better than any of us are.
Oh yeah, they are. They're a reason why they're called doctor, and we're just called assholes.
Yeah.
Kyle is
Every day
getting
we
me.
are.
Kyle is struggling to get me to eat. A 400-pound guy. He's struggling to get me to eat. You think a doctor? You think I'm gonna take a doctor's pills like on time?
We're not even saying pills. I know Kyle did, but you know what? If someone can work you through this mental stubbornness that you have and maybe work out why it's there, you can suddenly do shit. Because whatever the fuck is causing these barricades to go up, and you should just be, nope, 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 that shit needs to go.
That's going to be the worst PK ever.
You go talk to this person, and it's just you and them. And if you're open and honest with them,
not
and you
going to
don't
see
try
a
to
therapist.
bullshit. All right.
Is there any way we can have Wings committed? Like, that would be a show. That would be a show. We send the guys with the white suits in there. They throw the bag on him like Looney Tunes.
What we could do is actually send them to like one of those boot camp things where they come kidnap you in the middle of the night.
Yes, those videos would get 250,000 views.
Yeah, Wings,
I
you'd be
wouldn't do
rolling in it after them.
Yeah, but
I don't even really like money, Kitty. I don't. And like, I just don't like money. Like,
It is a necessity of life.
it is a necessity of life. It is.
Weak moments like this happen to everyone. You're about to decide if you're a winner or a loser. I'm a loser. It's all I've ever been. That doesn't sound like someone who needs to see a psychologist?
No?
No? That seems fine to you?
You don't
I'm a
think other
loser.
people don't
That's
think
all
this
I've
way?
ever been.
He's got his blinkers
And
on
those
again.
people need to go see mental health isn't just for psychotics who are a danger to other people or themselves. There are a lot of people that
What do you hope this guy's going to tell me? That he's going to say something? He's going to construct words that's going to make me have an epiphany?
It's not going to be what he tells you. It's going to be what you tell him. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be when you are finally honest with somebody about whatever has happened. Maybe something happened in your life, or about your feelings, about your motivations, about how you think about things. When you tell him that and you talk about it, that is going to be the change. It's not going to be what he tells you. There may be coping mechanisms and all this stuff, but the big change is probably going to be you just finally being able to understand that it's just me and this guy in this room, and he is legally obligated to not tell anybody dick about what I tell him, and you're just going to be honest with him. Hopefully, that's going to be the change. That's what's going to do it.
Lefty, you're doing great. I feel like what you've said is the most important thing that we've said on PKA
Dr.
so far.
Lefty. Make it a meme.
Like, I'm sitting here trying to get him...
Lefty, will you please take off your headphones for a moment so we can get a good picture for the meme?
No, my hair looks like shit with a...
Ah, dang.
It
Okay.
does.
Okay, well, use the part where you pointed at the camera, because... Oh, I like that. I like that.
Do
That's
that
a little-
again.
That's the
Meme it,
meme.
kids.
Wait, Lefty,
Could you give us a
one
thumbs
more?
up while you do it? Could
I've-
you give us a thumbs up in frame while you do that same look?
Wait,
what would
Now I'm
work
ready.
in frame? Let me see. What would work in frame here? This.
Get it more in. Get it
Closer.
closer.
Maybe just one thumb.
God damn it, I'm doing a terrible job on the camera.
Just one thumb. Come on,
just-
Woody.
I got
It's
it.
just one.
I like it. Okay,
All right.
so that's Dr. Lefty, and maybe I don't know, friendly, insightful, and look at that hair.
If we're trying to actually affect change, if we're trying to actually get Wings to do something, I feel like Lefty has proposed a course that could work. Telling Wings to stop thinking like a loser, which is to say thinking like somebody who only comes up with reasons why it can't work, isn't going anywhere. Telling Wings that he needs to eat 3, 5, 7 meals a day, that's not going anywhere. I think we need to call in a pro here. And there's budget for it, right? The people that donated to the Make Wings Better Fund, pay attention, Wings, the people that donated to your fund want this to happen. Go see somebody.
I'm not doing that.
We could film it.
No. It
That
has to
violates
be
all kinds of
confidential for it
HIPAA.
to work.
Yeah.
I want you to realize that I had MRSA to the point it was almost going into my heart before I even went to a doctor.
Don't care.
You think I'm going?
I don't really care what your excuse is. I'm not really interested in what your mountain of I'm not gonna.
Then why
I
are
don't
we
wanna,
still on me instead of on to another topic?
Because we
care.
like you and we're your friends and we want to help
Then why
you.
do you like me then?
It's like, why is this intervention happening?
How dare you try and help me with my life? How dare you try and help
I
me
don't see
better
myself as
myself?
this fucked up person. I'm not that.
You don't
Really?
think you're
I'm not that
fucked
hard
up?
to deal with day to day.
Really? Because you drove here to lose weight because you weren't happy
I
with
am.
yourself.
I am trying to lose weight, but I'm just not trying to lose weight the way you want me to do it.
Because you're not really trying to lose weight.
I just really hate seeing you call yourself a loser, Wings.
I want to be a
just so
bodybuilder,
resigned
okay?
to-
I want to be a bodybuilder, but you get that fucking weight machine away from me, all right? I don't do weights, okay? I just want to be a professional bodybuilder, and we've got to do it all through cardio. That's the only way I'll do things. Protein? No, I'm a vegetarian. No. Beans? No. No, actually no protein whatsoever. No, not at all. That's what you're doing. You're like, okay, well, fuck you. You can't be a professional bodybuilder. You're basically saying I quit.
And this is the reason I said I was thinking about going home 2 days ago. I feel like I'm wasting everybody's time.
Is it getting hard?
No, it's not getting hard.
It's not hard?
It's getting easier because I'm getting stronger.
After the workouts.
You don't make it look easy.
I mean, I don't make it look easy, but the fact is, it was harder to do it the first week than it is to do it the third. I can tell you that. I mean, like, I'm doing a lot more than I did on the first video. Just go back and look at the first video.
Stick it out so you'll be proud of yourself. I'd be
proud
proud
of
if I stuck
myself.
it out, but
I don't have that emotion.
I'd be just as happy to leave. That's why I
This
decided
is
to do
why it's
this.
difficult. We're dealing with a guy who's a self-proclaimed loser and says he's incapable of the emotion or the feeling of pride. And that's what I said in the video. I was like, this is a bit like speaking to someone who's French. Like I don't get these things. Like these are.
I don't get these things either, Kyle. Like when your dad and that other dude was so happy about my truck and they liked it, I felt embarrassed that they were looking at my truck.
Why?
I don't know why.
Okay, if anybody viewing this, if you either are a mental health professional or you know one in your immediate family or circle of friends, I don't want you to try to contact Wings or anything like that. That's all private matters, HIPAA, all that stuff. But I want you to show them this video. And I want you to show them Wings. I want you to tell them, just watch this guy and listen to what he says. And then not make a diagnosis, but just ask them, would you recommend some kind of mental health regimen for him? Not to say what's wrong with him or what, but just is there something that maybe can be done, or would you recommend this in your professional capacity? Because I don't think, for whatever reason, Wings doesn't see it. It's not, Wings, you can call yourself a loser all you want. I mean, it's your mind, think whatever the hell you please. But there's so much better than that in you and from you. You don't have to do that. It's not. It's keeping you from doing things that would make you happy and ease your life. But those things are inhibiting you in your physical transformation and your business transformation. They're inhibitors, and it pains me to think that you don't even see it. I don't know why. I don't know.
You say, you're not talking about quitting. You're just talking about going home and continuing it there. So from the night you talked about going home, I'm wasting my time. Don't be weak. I'm going to backslide. I already feel it happening. You're in control of your actions. If I was, why would I make choices that I know are bad? Are we really in control of anything? It goes on. There's more of this. You could never actually make a choice. What you do is set in stone. Wings, man. You need to see a pro.
It's not even that, dude. Like, I knew I was gonna kill my channel if I put that stuff in that truck and I drove home, which I was ready to do. I mean, Kitty can contest. I had everything packed up. I was willingly ready to kill my channel just to stop feeling what I was feeling.
What were you feeling?
Like I was a sore thumb.
A sore
Shit,
thumb?
we lost Dr. Lefty.
What do you mean by
Well,
sore thumb? Like,
I don't like feeling like I'm, just this. I don't like feeling like a charity case. I don't even like people buying my food.
I feel like this is just a new excuse to add to the mountain. I really do.
You can add all the excuses to the mountain you want. You can sit there and snipe for me all night.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, here's a new one. I don't like being a charity case. Here's another. I missed the dew on my truck. Here's another. I miss my mom. Here's another. I don't like the diet that he has me on. Here's another. I feel like the money I'm making is just pity money. Here's another.
What's the alternative? Me sit here and fake being happy about something I'm not happy about?
I
Even
wish
if I can't tell you why I'm not happy?
I wish you could experience just 10% of the joy that any one of us get from seeing you achieve something. I wish you could understand the significance of how far you've come, and I wish you could see that 22 pounds lost as a positive thing. And that is why I'm going back to you need to see a professional. Because you should be experiencing happiness. You shouldn't be depressed when you've succeeded in so many things in the last 3 weeks. Depression shouldn't be even on the table. And that is why you need to see someone. And I'm not saying they're going to pump you full of pills, but maybe you can talk to someone and they'll be able to remove those fucking giant blinkers you have on your head.
I don't think
I think they're blinders.
Yeah.
Blinders, there we go.
Yeah. I was like, you said it earlier, and I was like,
I let it go earlier.
He's not that big.
While
Come
they're
on.
correcting my English,
I
at
was like, that's
least
just
I
me.
hope you understand the message. Now he's being pedantic about things.
I don't think I'm fixable. And I'm not going to waste money on somebody to talk to somebody. I'm not going to do that.
Why do you think, like...
Why do you minimalize it? That's not... I mean, that's what it kind of is.
I'm
but-
a perfectly normal person. I'm just overweight. I'm not happy. I'm not a person that experiences joy. I don't really laugh at all that damn often. But I'm not a person that's going to shoot up. I'm not going to shoot up a school. I'm not going to, go off the handle. The worst thing I'm going to do is kill myself from the inside. That's the worst thing that's going to happen to me.
Oh, God.
Wings of Redemption, not a harm to
Lefty.
society.
Lefty.
You
your
don't.
turn.
We told Wings he needed to see a professional because we didn't like it that he wasn't feeling joy with accomplishment. He took that as, dude, I'm not going to shoot up a school. I just eat a lot of fried chicken.
That's exactly what it is.
Also, the worst thing I'm going to do is kill myself from the inside. That's
Yeah,
what? Yes,
white
that's
coat. It's white coat.
bad, dude. That's not good. I mean, you can live with it if you want to. That's perfectly up to you, but...
That's nothing that every other fat person hasn't thought about. I mean, shit. Obesity is a silent killer. You're slowly killing yourself over the years.
Only. Oh, come on, man. I hate that bullshit. I hate thinking of like people being overweight is a disease. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's
bullshit. Why do they keep gaining
it's
the
a symptom. It's a symptom. And you're not willing to look at the deeper issues. That's the
I
problem.
guess people that couldn't walk because of polio, I guess they were bullshitting.
Symptom.
Not being able to
you
walk
just
is a
said something that
symptom of
makes no
polio,
fucking
yes.
sense. Yes.
Not being able to walk because of polio is a symptom.
No amount of nonsensical medical jargon is going to get you out of this. Like what we're saying is you need to see somebody because you're not experiencing some basic emotions the way we think you should, and you're just generally unhappy and depressed, and that's not a good thing. We're not saying you're Charles Manson. You always do this. You always misconstrue things in almost a cartoon-like manner. Like you go to like the most outrageous comedic like.
I think he
far
does that
into
as a
something.
debating technique, not because
it's
he thinks
ridiculous.
it. I'm not willing to eat 92 meals a day. Well,
That's why it's called a fallacy, too. That's why they list it as a fallacy, not as a strict debating term.
Thank you, Dr. Left.
Dr. Lefty, yeah.
You keep talking smart, Lefty. Ignore
Yeah,
the
I know,
haters.
right?
That's what the guy with the letter wanted. I'm
true.
following orders.
I like it.
You're not going to Nuremberg me.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Lefty's hair tonight?
Lefty?
That is.
I knew you were
What do
gonna
you
bring
put
up
in
the
it?
hair.
What do you put in it?
I just put the axe a little bit. I do it when I get
Which
out of the
one?
shower.
Which one?
The red. It's like the stronghold. I just got the
Oh.
mild stuff. Or the soft hold. I'm going to try that out for a bit.
Okay.
yeah.
Is that the yellow one?
It's purple now, I think.
Oh yeah,
It
that's the
recently
clear one,
changed.
right? It's clear.
I haven't opened it yet. I still.
There's two. Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy I want to use all of something before I open a new one.
All right.
So
I got to use a different one depending on how long my hair is at the